Entered this trade in B period. I'm waiting for it to pop back up. You can see that I have the value area highlighted from yesterday. So once we broke into that, now, like I said, I'm waiting for this to pop back up into that, actually into the highlighted area that I just put on the chart. And then I'll see if I can get it to finish at least down to that settlement from yesterday, which is the green line, and ultimately to that, the bottom of the value area there. Here it starts to pull back right there. Enter the contracts. I want to put the stop above that, the beginning of that value area at the top, basically right there. And my first target, I'm looking for that, the settlement. And then on the second target, I was thinking of the bottom of the value area. Right here's how I figured out that entry. I was looking for that high volume area on the Delta chart. And you also had, the low of that A period, and then ultimately the high of that value area is kind of, a backup. Here we start moving in my direction, but it does grind around here a little bit. I point out the low from yesterday, and then that's a low from on our way up, and then from a while back, and then the overnight low down there. Here I'm looking for my 40 ticks, which is right there. You're going to see how this comes exactly to my 40 ticks and then springs back. It's one of the reasons I started taking the 27 in the first place, but I thought for sure we would make it to that settlement, that green dash line there. See, it comes right to my 40 ticks there and starts pulling back. I put in the 27, but it's just more out of habit than anything because I'm dead set on getting to that settlement. And the second time down, there's just, I'm not going to give it back. So we get close to that 40 ticks and I take my first target. So just, I felt if it would have just let loose and started moving, obviously those are easy to stay in. But the way this was grinding around and kind of fighting, moving lower, I wanted to take that first target. Right in here, I slide the limit order up, take it out. So that takes care of the first one. Now I'm thinking I can at least get to that settlement. But again, the way this is grinding around, I feel like I'm going to take it right here unless it really lets loose. In my normal trades, I would have taken that 27 ticks and I would have definitely taken the 40 ticks when I got it, especially early in the B period like this when it's moving so kind of erratically and struggling to get where I want it to go. And ultimately, we do hit all these targets. You had this trade, and then you had a nice trade in C period. And when this was pulling back, I was watching that about the 100 level, the 5100, and the C period comes right back to that, and it's kind of the top of that node. But you had a chance in C period. You also had D period that you could have got in. And each one of those, works worked its way down. E period I didn't take just because, it did fill the singles, but it was so low in the range. You can see it's just struggling to get that 40 ticks even. We're at about 32 right now. Right there, I bring the stop down. Just keep moving that down and moving it down. Once we get through that settlement, you go ahead and take it right there. And that was 50 ticks.